Welcome back. This is Call Sign Scooter, and we're going to finish out this flight job of getting these perishable foods out to Indiana. We're still in Kentucky. We are in... Oh my goodness, I forgot the city we're in. Well, once we bring it up, I'll remember. Now, I also forgot to say that... let's see... Where is it? Is it here? Flight info? I feel like it was in the maintenance tab somewhere. In any case, I've got the wear and tear rate set at not the normal rate. It's just 2 times faster to have the parts wear out. So I forgot to say that in the first one. And now I did spend about like $2,200 to get cylinder number 6 replaced. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. Just quickly reading the notes, we're going to replace it. We're going to inspect again. All right, fresh new cylinder. Let's see how long that lasts. Okay, now that's done. Let's go ahead and get our walk around done. And I'm going to keep the control ties on for the walk around, just so I can get an accurate reading on the ailerons if the cables are broken or anything. So they should be tight with the controls here. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Flaps, we already know that both of them are squeaking a little bit. So just want to avoid messing with them too much. So some wiggle room. Hopefully it doesn't get worse. Aileron's good. Excuse me. I don't really need to check that. All right, let's get the tie downs done. Leading edge of the wing is looking good. Let's check the fuel level. I should have enough to get there. Ooh, that's looking pretty low. To see what it says on the inside, it should be half tank, maybe less than half tank. Yeah. All right. Next, chocks. Wheels look good. Nothing leaking down here. Very nice. I mean, it was sitting. It's only been a day since the last flight. Like, this is literally the next day. Okay, I can clearly tell that's gas. No water. All right, propeller's looking good. Everything is clear in the engine well. Front wheel is looking good. Let's check oil. All right, still just below 9 quarts, and the oil isn't looking black. Should be okay for now. Don't need to replace it. So yeah, I could not afford to replace both flaps. I thought about replacing one of them, but it was just too expensive. I think it's gonna cost about $4,000, at least for the parts that I was looking at. $4,000 bucks. I just don't have that money right now. Okay. And this is virtual money. Again, the budget of 11,000 and then down to 500, and then now I'm up to like $3,100 ever since replacing the cylinder. Chocks, that's all done. Leading edge is looking good and smooth. Tie down, get rid of the tie down, take out the pitot cover. Okay, very nice. Other aileron, all right. Good. It's not as stiff as I would like, so keep a lookout. Static pitot is clear. Get that done. All right. Very nice. Rudder, good. Other static pitot, clear. All right. Oh, it does keep the persistence of the baggage. Okay, so all the baggage is in there. Great. All right, let's get in the cockpit. The door closed and locked. Walk around is done. Let's not skip anything on the checklist. Let's just go through it methodically. So in pre-flight, yeah, all that stuff is done. Seatbelts, okay, good. Controls lock removed. Parking brake set. Gear switch down position. Flaps up. Just gotta really keep an eye on them. Don't want them breaking. We could crash real fast. Radios off. Autopilot and avionics master off. All electrical switches are off. Okay. Electrical switches off. Circuit breakers. They are all in. Rotating beacon, flick that on. Okay, so now we're going to get to the engine start. So fuel selection, we're going to keep it on the right tank for right now. We'll probably switch it to both here in mid-flight. Mixture, rich, throttle, cracked. Prop pitch, full forward. Carb heat is off. Master switch on. Fuel pump, make sure we get fuel pressure. Prime the fuel lines. There we go. Good. Fuel pump off and then primer. We'll just do 3 strokes. It's not super cold down in Kentucky. And the plane was just started yesterday. Mags to both. Oh, wow. I forgot to turn the mags off after. Oh, I'm terrible. So mags to both. Okay. So he's clear. He's clear. Okay, and we can start it. Clear prop. One more stroke. So just keep it to 4. All right, clear prop. There it goes. Give it just a little more throttle. You know, it started. We'll go ahead and lean the mixture here so we don't foul the spark plugs at all. As I'm using the massive spark plugs, the ones that are easily prone to fouling. Why? I guess I just like a challenge. Oh, skip it a little bit. Let's go ahead and just increase the mixture just a little bit. All right, so that's on. That's going to be booted up here. Oil pressure is looking good. Oil temperature is going to be coming up here, as well as cylinder head temperature. Fuel gauges are looking good. So it looks like the right tank is a little bit lower than the left. So we'll probably switch to both tanks on in just a moment. Okay. Let's go ahead and lock the primer in place. Alright, let's get the avionics ready to go. Now, did I do the tie down in the back? I don't know. Oof. 8 gallons, 10 gallons. We'll see if it works out. 18 gallons, we should definitely be there. Okay, so Capital City, that's where I'm at. Capital City. Where's my flight plan? F. So it's Kilo, Foxtrot, Foxtrot, Tango. So Capital City, enter. We're going to Kilo, Sierra, Echo, Romeo. Nope. To complete our original flight, because yesterday, if you didn't see yesterday's flight, it was very terrible. Weather was just awful, almost crashed. Carburetor was icing up. I got no manifold pressure, and it was terrible, absolutely terrible. So it should be on the Unicom. I think I'm going to start using Com 2 for the radios because it just looks awesome and old. Okay. Turn on the radios. Okay. Maybe that's too much volume. Okay. That should be good. Alright, so we want to depart basically toward the north. And let's see, winds. I don't have a windsock. 030 at 11 knots. So we're going to be taking off probably runway 07. I'm going to make that decision. 07. What's it feel like on the inside? 45 degrees. It is cold this morning. Get some heat in here. Alright, I think that's everything. I got the flight plan in place. I'm going to go ahead and switch to Com 2 to use these radios. Let's see. Alright, that's all I need to know. Let's check controls. Alright, controls are free. Oh yeah, let's get AWOS, ASOS. Let's just get the weather. ASOS. So 119, 275. 119, was it 275? Yeah, 27. Let's see if that works. Nope, it does not. Whatever. Switch to Com 1. Doggone 119 to 6, yeah. Might be faster just to go all the way up to 900 275. Alright, let's get weather.
Kilo Foxtrot, Foxtrot Tango, automated weather observation 1300 Zulu. Wind 046 at 7. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 7C, dew point 10C, altimeter 3007.
3007.
Kilo Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Oops, it's 29. I'm at 29. That's 300. You got 300. There we go. 3007. Excellent. Now Unicom was 122.8, which is queued already. Let's announce our taxi.
Kilo Foxtrot, Foxtrot Tango, traffic Piper Zulu, X-ray Zulu, Bravo Romeo 8 is taxiing to runway 7.
Told ya. It was all the way down at that end. Taxiway is clear. Now I gotta get used to the Comanche sitting. Oh, here's somebody else taxiing out. Comanche is like such a low rider. So it's been tough trying to land it because I'm so used to planes like the Boeing 247. Even it feels like the Cessna 310 sits a little higher. Also used to like the AT6 Texan, the T6, the prop one. It just sits real high. Tail draggers tend to sit a little high. So it's just kind of strange to be so low to the ground. Okay, so we're gonna get here, do our run up. Yeah, the right brake still hasn't been replaced. I'm gonna look to replace that next. Maybe. No, it's annoying, but the flaps are more important. So I'm gonna try to save up to replace the flaps during these jobs. Okay, run up time. Alright, good, as required. We'll go ahead and get the mixture increased just a little bit, and let's throttle up to 2,000 RPM. Alright, now that it's stable at about 2,000, instruments look good, oil pressure is good, fuel pressure looks good, oil temperature's in the green, and cylinder head temperature is in the green as well. Let's go ahead and check mags. Left mag, good drop, back to both, only about 100. Right mags, only drop about 100, back to both, well within range. We're gonna then cycle the propeller to about 18, let it stabilize out, back up. Oil pressure is also looking good as it's twisting the propeller. Just a little bit lower, okay, stable out 18, back up to 2,000. One more time. Excellent. Carb heat. Good drop. Only about 100 RPM. Turn off carb heat. We're going to go back to idle. Okay. All done. Before takeoff, we did this. Elevator trim, aileron trim are neutral. We're going to keep the flaps up. Turn on the fuel pump. Mixture full rich. I'll get that on the runway. Propeller pitch full forward. Carb heat is off. Engine gauges after the run up is looking good, even though fuel pressure is looking super high. Not in the red zone yet. Pitot heat is required, strobe on, and then landing lights as required. So let's get this strobe light on. Let's go ahead and take the runway. And then we're also going to announce that we are departing out to the north.
Kilo Foxtrot Tango, traffic Piper Zulu X-ray Zulu Bravo Romeo 8 taking off runway 7 departure to the north.
Alright, nobody on final. Runway is clear. I wonder where that other plane is. Oh, they're waiting right there. Okay. Let's get lined up at least a little bit. Okay. Mixture. I'll let go of brakes. Mixture full rich. Let's go ahead and take off. Dancing. It basically lifts itself off the ground. We have a positive rate of climb. Let's go ahead and get the gear up. Let's go ahead and throttle back now. 24. And then we're going to turn the fuel pump off. We just hit about 1,000 feet, so we can turn the fuel pump off. Good. Turn navigation mode for GPS.
Kilo Foxtrot Tango traffic generic November 8653 Whiskey taking off runway 7 departure to the south.
Yeah, I'll never understand why the GPS is kind of running like the way it is. Turn ADS. On. Enter. Looks like I need to turn to the right. This is going to be really weird. So if anybody in the comments can tell me why in the world is the GPS acting so funny, strange. Like, as you can see, the plane orientation is off. Just have to remember that it's in reverse. Oh, excuse me. Still getting over my sickness. Let's also get just some right rudder trim in. It's dipping to the left a lot. Right aileron trim. More right rudder. Yeah, I think we're gonna level out here. Just a second. We'll do 65. 65. So 12 knot headwind, much less than the what was the headwind we were having yesterday, like 30 knots. It was almost impossible to get to our destination at a timely fashion. Yeah, weather reports today is clear. All right. Let's go 21. Nose down trim. Nose down. Nose down. More nose down. More nose down. There we go. I think I got enough nose down. More nose down. It's 75 degrees in the cabin. More nose down trim. More nose down. Yeah, it's not pointing the right way, so I can't quite see too far ahead. I'll have to Google it. Okay. Let's start really taking out the mixture now. Slowly but surely, taking out the mixture, playing it by ear. taking it out. Oh, yeah, there goes. A little bit of mixture. Stable it out. Alright. So nose down is almost at a full notch. Remember that. Alright, now I need to get the trim for the aileron left a little bit. Try to hold this altitude.
Zero India 8 traffic generic November, tree 89er Lima 1 miles east 1,100 feet inbound to land runway 11.
Okay. So now we have a much better ETA time. Looks like 25 minutes, whereas before it was going to take us an hour with all the headwind that we had. We'd have never made it. So mixture set, we're at 21 RPM, 21 manifold. I'm going to try to keep it level with just trim. Flying it by hand. Haven't really looked into using the autopilot as of yet, because I'm still trying to work on why the airplane icon in the middle is backwards. I don't understand. I mean, I do have the working title Garmin GNS 430 and 530 installed. I don't know if that's messing with anything. I never had that problem before. So probably should start looking at if it's the Comanche, which I highly doubt. I'm pretty sure I'm missing something. Alright. Which way is the plane wanting to roll? Left. A little more right on in. Okay, now that I'm aviating and navigating pretty good, I'm going to go ahead and communicate and tune to Lexington at 1205. Get flight following. Just for fun. Give me something to do while I'm up here. Cue it up. Alright. Oh, it's 750. Oh dear. That's better.
Lexington approach, generic November 23586 9,100 feet. Generic November 23586 Lexington approach altimeter 30.07, continue as planned.
Okay, now maybe it'll let me fly on.
Lexington approach Piper Zulu X-ray Zulu Bravo Romeo 8 is type Piper Comanche 5 miles northwest of 8 Kilo Tango 86,500 feet. Request flight following.
Piper Zulu X-ray Zulu Bravo Romeo 8 Lexington approach. Squawk 1126.
26.
Piper Bravo Romeo 8 radar contact 4 miles south of 12 Kilo Yankee 6,500 feet. Altimeter 30.07.
Alright. Acknowledge with radar contact.
Roger Piper Bravo Romeo 8.
We'll just do one little notch to the right, aileron trim. Looks like I'm rolling to the left a little bit.
Piper Bravo Romeo 8 contact Indianapolis Center on 124.775. Good day.
4775.
124.775 Piper Bravo Romeo 8.
Alright. I guess we're crossing Indiana now.
Indianapolis Center Piper Zulu X-ray Zulu Bravo Romeo 8 6,500 feet.
I think I see the Kentucky-Indiana border up ahead, the river. In Cincinnati, I'm passing south of Cincinnati, so across the river, I don't know if you can see it, but out off to my right, that should be Cincinnati. Because even though we're going to Indiana, it's kind of barely over the border. Let's see. It's about 19 minutes to our destination. We're about 6,000 feet. Actually, what is the way? I need the waypoint for our destination. So.
Indianapolis Center, generic November 0505 for 5,500 feet.
Yes.
Generic November 0505 for Indianapolis Center altimeter 30.08. Continue as planned.
E and then R.
Generic 5 for Echo
So we
contact.
got
Louisville approach on
2 runways here.
132.075. Good day.
Elevation is
Piper Bravo Romeo
572.
8 contact Louisville approach on 132.075. Good day.
What was it?
132.075.
075.
For Echo.
132.075 for Piper Bravo Romeo 8.
Millville approach.
Indianapolis
075.
Center, generic November 9er 010 Alpha 4,800 feet.
It is. Let's contact Millville approach. I thought they said Millville. 132? Why did I think 123? Am I dyslexic?
Louisville approach Piper Zulu X-ray Zulu Bravo Romeo 8 6,500 feet.
Piper Zulu X-ray Zulu Bravo Romeo 8 Louisville approach altimeter 30.09 continue as planned.
I missed the. What was it? 3009. There we go. Okay. And I'm gonna start doing a little bit of trim up. So we're losing altitude here.
Generic 25 uniform contact Indianapolis Center on 124.775. Good day.
Also, I'm gonna try to offset
Going to 124.775
the trim
generic
by just
25
giving it a little more throttle. Not a lot, just a little. Just try to keep it level and play around with the power controls here.
Louisville approach generic November 0505 for 5,000 feet.
Louisville. It's
Generic
pronounced
November 0505
Louisville.
for Louisville approach altimeter 30.10 continue as planned. Generic Charlie Mike Golf traffic is 1 o'clock 4 miles at 7,000 feet generic. Report them in sight.
That wasn't me.
Generic 5-4 Echo traffic is 1 o'clock 4 miles at 5,500 feet generic. Report them in sight.
Give it just a little more power as well.
Generic 5-4 Echo traffic in sight.
I'm also gonna put just left aileron as well.
Generic Charlie Mike Golf have the traffic.
Alright. Fuel levels are looking okay. Let's go ahead and turn on the left fuel as well. We'll have both running into the engine. I don't think that'll cause problems. But should the right tank run out, I won't freak out. We'll see. I thought I saw aircraft up ahead. I thought I saw a flash. Never mind.
Louisville approach, generic November 5, 530 Zulu. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace. Generic November 5, 530 Zulu, Louisville approach. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
I don't think I need cleared through any airspace. Should be flying above all of it, actually.
Cleared through Charlie airspace, generic 30 Zulu.
It's about 15 minutes out. So I need to be down at about 1,500 feet. And I want to be 5 minutes away. Actually, the 430 can calculate that for me. My target altitude is going to be 1,500 feet. MSL.
Louisville approach, generic November for tree 73 Foxtrot.
Let's say 5 miles. Nope, 6 miles before.
Generic November for tree 73 Foxtrot, Louisville approach altimeter tree 0.11
Okay, sir.
continue as planned.
Enter. And then my vertical speed profile, I'm going to do
Generic Charlie Mike Golf
1,000
contact
feet a
Indianapolis
minute.
Center on 124.775.
Enter.
Good day.
Well, never mind. Usually it should tell me in this screen here about the time to start my descent.
124.775 for
I
generic
guess I just have to
Charlie Mike
do
Golf.
basic maths here. So what, 5,000 feet? So about 10 minutes. When I'm 10 minutes out, I'll start my descent. Try to go down at about 1,000 feet a minute. Kind of getting blown off course just a smidge. Man, the engine sounds way better. Way smoother. We'll see how all the parts degrade though. Outside temperature is just below 40 degrees. While in here we're sitting at a cozy 77. It's in about 2 minutes. We'll start our descent. I can see our destination on the GPS here. And as a matter of fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do right after this flight. Is see why is it that the GPS isn't lining up like it should. I do a little bit of trim up. I don't know why we're descending. Give it a little power. Manifold pressure's looking good. 11 minute or 1 minute. Let's get left roll trim in there. Okay, so yeah, about, no, is that 5, 10, 15? Or is it 0, 10, 15? I don't know, the dots, they're confusing. Empty should be, I don't know. We'll see. We should have enough fuel to get there. I'm starting to sweat just a smidge. I'm gonna fuel up on the next one. It'll probably be a money sucker. And avgas, I just rounded up from, at least in the general area, it's about $6.39 per gallon for avgas. So I just rounded it up to $7 to have a whole number to work with. Okay, I think, yeah, I should start my descent profile now. We're gonna just take out throttle, manifold pressure. And then we'll start our descent.
Louisville departure, generic November 68192 is at 1,100 feet, climbing 11,000 feet.
Let's do a little bit of nose up
November
trim.
68192 Louisville departure altimeter tree 0.12 continue as planned.
Oh, never mind. We're gaining a lot of speed and thus we're gaining lift. Force the plane nose down.
Louisville approach, generic November 3525 uniform 3,600 feet. Louisville departure, generic November 3191 Mike is passing 700 feet, climbing 4,000 feet. Generic November 3525 uniform Louisville approach altimeter tree 0.12 continue as planned.
It's a wonderful morning to fly, I can say that.
1 Mike Louisville departure altimeter tree 0.12 continue as planned.
I'm about to cancel flight following here in a second just to have some
Generic flight
silence.
for echo traffic is 1 o'clock 2 miles at 4,400 feet Piper Comanche. Report them in sight. Piper Bravo Romeo 8 traffic is 9 o'clock 2 miles at 5,500 feet generic. Report them in sight.
Yeah, I don't see diddly squat, my friend.
Generic flight for echo traffic alert. 12 o'clock less than 1 mile 4,100 feet Piper Comanche. Report them in sight.
Yeah, I don't see him. And I should be below him by now.
Louisville approach, generic November for 142 X-ray 6,100 feet. Generic November for 142 X-ray Louisville approach altimeter tree 0.12 continue as planned. Generic flight for Echo have the traffic.
It's not even on radar. Well, at least somebody saw me.
Generic flight for Echo traffic is 9 o'clock 4 miles at 3,900 feet generic. Report them in sight. Piper Bravo Romeo 8 traffic is 3 o'clock 4 miles at 3,900 feet generic. Report them in sight.
Yeah, I don't see him.
Generic 7 Tree Foxtrot traffic is 11 o'clock 4 miles at 3,000 feet Piper Comanche. Report them in sight. Generic 05 for contact Indy approach on 127.15. Good day.
I don't have him.
Piper Bravo Romeo 8 traffic not in sight.
Generic 7 Tree Foxtrot have the Piper Comanche in sight.
Thank you. Now it could be because I have the
Generic flight for
the
Echo
log
traffic in
at
sight.
such a low thing, object density so low, and terrain density so low, or terrain detail so low, that I can't see them.
127.15 for generic 054.
Alright, So I'm about at target altitude. We're at 2,000 feet. Oh, right. Forgot. That's increased mixture. My RPM was going nuts, so... Forgot. You need to enrich in the fuel mixture as you decrease in altitude. Lovely area. It's probably nice and peaceful out here. Not a lot of suburban noise or city noise. Must be peaceful out here. Looks nice. I would love to live out here if I wasn't so far away from like the nearest Kroger. That's literally the only thing that's keeping me close to civilization.
Is 10 o'clock 4 miles at 5,900 feet generic. Report them in sight.
Now that we're at altitude, we want to start slowing down in our approach.
4,900 feet generic. Report them in sight.
How am I going to tell you? I
Piper
don't see
Bravo
him.
Romeo 8 don't have the traffic.
Generic 5-4 Echo have the generic in sight.
Okay. And I cancel my fly following now.
Louisville approach Piper Bravo Romeo 8 cancel flight following.
Generic 19er to contact Indianapolis Center on 124.775. Good day. Piper Bravo Romeo 8 Louisville approach cancellation received. Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved.
Alright.
124.775 generic 19er 2.
Now let's, oh, it already said target
Generic
altitude,
42
set
X-ray
course.
have the generic in
Boom.
sight.
Okay. Waypoint. My nose is starting to run. Unicom 122.8. I should have known. Boom. Let's get that ready to go. And we're going to Freeman Municipal. I'm going to select a runway for landing. I don't know which one though. What's the wind at? 026. I'll probably land on runway 32. I think that's the closest. No, there's runway 5. Oh, that's what it is. I'll select runway 5. Start landing. I'm gonna announce my position.
Kilo Sierra Echo Romeo, traffic Piper, Zulu X-ray Zulu Bravo Romeo 8 6 miles southeast 1,100 feet inbound to land runway 5.
It's got to dab the nose a little bit. Still sick. Alright, so now we're about 1,000 feet. Let's get some up trim, nose up trim. While at the same time, we're going to start taking out, give it more mixture. At the same time, we're going to be trying to slow down to about 120 knots. Lovely area. I think that's it. It is. I think I'm gonna have to cross over the runway and then loop back around because I'm nowhere near close to approach speed. Let's take out some more manifold. I know the RPM was gonna start wigging out, but dear Lord, as long as I don't go to complete idle, we should have some power. Okay, so I think I'm coming up. Yeah, I'm crossing runway. Okay, now I see. I see much better. So right there, that edge is where I'm going to be landing. Here in just a minute. Now, usually you enter the traffic pattern way outside this. Really wouldn't be flying over the runway directly like this. But since it's Flight Simulator, and it's not completely real life, I kind of need this for visual confirmation in VR, so I can kind of see where I'm going and where I need to go. This looks like more like a legit airline airport. This doesn't look like a small general aviation kind of airport. And it also looks like this airport was designed back in the 20s and 30s. I have to look up the history and see, but it just seems like, it feels like the design of this airport is old. Not that it's a bad thing, it's awesome. Alright, the Golden 120, let's get gear down, eh? We are downwind.
Kilo Sierra Echo Romeo, traffic Piper Zulu X-Ray Zulu Bravo Romeo 8 is on downwind runway 5.
Alright. Right, gear down. Here we go. Alright. Not sure why we increased our nose pitch with the gear down. We're supposed to add some drag. Alright. Let's get Alright, we'll be turning onto base here soon. This is a good time to turn to base.
Kilo Sierra Echo Romeo, traffic Piper Zulu X-Ray Zulu Bravo Romeo 8 is on base runway 5.
Alright. As we enter into slow flight, gotta remember, pitch is speed, power is altitude. It's gonna reverse. So in preparation for that reversal, let's go ahead and increase propeller pitch, just in case we need to abort. Alright. Here we go. Let's turn to final.
Kilo Sierra Echo Romeo, traffic Piper Zulu X-Ray Zulu Bravo Romeo 8 is on final runway 5 to land.
Is this like a little subdivision here? In like the middle of nowhere? Literally the middle of nowhere? I wonder if this airport here has the Kroger. Or whatever Indiana's version of Kroger is.
Kilo Sierra Echo Romeo traffic generic November 81064 taking off runway 5 departure to the west.
Oh, jeez. Are you serious? I just announced that I'm on final, and you're saying that you're taking off? We're too high. Get one notch of flaps in. Doggone. Got aboard.
Kilo Sierra Echo Romeo, traffic Piper Zulu X-Ray Zulu Bravo Romeo 8 going around.
Really, dude? That's the reason why I announced I was on final. The nerve. Now, I'm pretty sure this happens in real life like all the time. Somebody just misses the call and is like, I'm just going to go take off. Not even realizing or checking that somebody's already coming into land. Ugh. Maybe Flight Simulator 2020 is a bit too realistic. Well, how about you all in the comments below? You a pilot, and have you ever had to abort a landing because somebody didn't check or pay attention? Let me know how that story went on a go-around.
Kilo Sierra Echo Romeo, Traffic Piper Zulu X-Ray Zulu Bravo Romeo 8 is on downwind runway 5.
In another subdivision, somebody has a pool. Well, probably not going to be used today. It's too cold. Ooh, it's 80 degrees in this piece. I wonder how warm it is over here in Indiana. Let's see. Right now it says about, well, up here it's about 40-something degrees. Look at all these pools. All these people out here have pools. So it's like immediately once you cross the border from Ohio to like Indiana, is it like just all of a sudden poor people to rich people? Do I need to move to Indiana? Then I'll instantly become rich. Alright, round we go again. I wonder what these mountains are up here. Maybe, okay, they're not mountains per se, I guess, but these extremely large hills. What is that? Up ahead. Didn't even notice that before. Okay, I think I'm far enough. Let's go ahead and head to our base leg.
Kilo Sierra Echo Romeo, Traffic Piper Zulu X-Ray Zulu Bravo Romeo 8 is on base runway 5.
Alright. Yes, I'm sorry, neighbors. I'm sorry. But some doo-doo head decided to take off, so here I am again. I'm sorry to the neighbors. I'm sorry. I know this is loud from your standpoint. Now, while I am paying attention to the runway, this is what I had been doing for real. When I come into land, I'm just like taking in the sights. Like, oh, that's really cool. Oh, that's a cool tree line. Oh, that's a cool field. Oh, look, a subdivision. Oh, that's cool. Trying to find people. If they look up and wave, I'll wave back. That's what's fun about this whole thing. And then right about now is when I really got to start paying attention. All right, so here we are, lined up on runway 5. Gears down. Let's get one notch of flaps in. Get some nose up trim just to kind of help me hold the airplane up a little bit. See, look, oh, that's a cool tree line. That's what I'd be saying. Oh, that's a cool tree line. Oh, what's over there? What's over there? Oh, it looks like a nice little farm thing. Oh, I gotta check that out later. Okay, back to landing. Okay. So this is a huge field, like empty. It's just empty. Empty field. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do second notch of flaps. No. Let's take out the power. Take out the power. Trim. All right. You guys just take out the power. Power is altitude. Ooh, I could feel the tires bite. Ooh, that felt good. I was off center line, but boy, that felt great. Gonna lean the mixture just a smidge. Let's turn off here. That's fine, a place to park. This airport is massive. Now let's clear the runway.
Kilo Sierra Echo Romeo. Traffic.
Ah, I forgot to turn on the fuel
X-ray
pump.
Zulu,
Doggone.
Romeo 8 is clear of the runway.
Every time. I just gotta remember that checklist step. Turn on the fuel pump on approach. When I'm entering in the pattern, just turn on the fuel pump. Alright, flaps up. So that's gas. No, why don't we park here? Because these are obviously hangars. Oh, my battery's going low on the headset. Let's go ahead and get in the spare. Just to be safe. Right? Spare battery. Alright, yeah. Because this is obviously a hangar. I'll just park it here. Oof. Parking brake. In. Let's turn off the radio. After landing, okay, yeah, flaps up, strobe off. Let's take the rotating beacon off as well. Trim set to neutral. Alright, neutral. Aileron trim is basically neutral now. Mixture is lean, so that we don't foul the spark plugs at all. Let's get the idle at least above 1,000, so it doesn't cut off on us. Nope, don't need that. Okay. Shutdown checklist. Parking brake is set. Radio is turned off. Transponder off. Okay. Transponder off. Avionics master off. Master switch off. Throttle closed. Mixture idle cut off. Prop pitch, we'll take that all out as well. Magneto's off, that's what I missed last time. Magneto's off. Control wheels secure. Doors, windows closed. Tie downs. Let's get the tie downs secured. Unlock. Open the door. That was a great flight. So we're actually going to start here. So I'm going to be staying in Indiana here for a little bit. So I'm going to unpack my gear. And here's the perishable foods that I'm delivering to Indiana to make my money. I think that's about $3,500 is what I made for this flight. It's a little late. And I hope they understand that it was for safety reasons that I did that. So, okay. Actually, let's just skip to the wing. Second part of the wing, other chocks. Tie down, tail, tie down the tail. Alright, so all that is set and ready to go. Cool. Alright, all that's done. Let's get back in the cockpit. Very nice. And verify all the electronics are turned off. Let's get the heat back in. Reset that. That's all done. That's done. Flaps are up. No circuit breakers. Magnetos are off. Very nice. Let's close the door. We don't want to keep this open. Who knows what craziness could foul up everything in here. All right. Well, thanks for joining me on this flight on my own created simple flight simulator economy. Continue to see more episodes as I continue to fly the Comanche in the tri-state area of Kentucky. I say tri-state, but it's Kentucky, West Virginia, Ohio, and Indiana. And then I'll be making other routes with a hub. It'll probably be somewhere up in Canada. I'll probably set that up in the coming months. And then also setting up one kind of going on the East Coast, more on the East Coast, like actually on the East Coast, one on the South. one central time zone, probably one in the UK, and definitely one back out on the west coast of the States in Washington. Probably set up a hub there and then have 6 other airports to deliver stuff to and have simple economy working out that way. But all the meanwhile, watching this airplane live and degrade in parts and dealing with all the failures and watching it, that's the reason why I set up this simple economy. Okay, well, if you like this type of content, go ahead and give a thumbs up on it. If you're feeling especially fancy today, go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well to notify you on the next flights that are coming up. This is starting to be a little bit more fun. I was getting burnt out on Falcon a lot because I had flown in it a lot. And well, A2A's aircraft is kind of my favorite, to be honest. Even though I very much enjoy flying in the F-16 and all of its avionics and flying around and dogfighting and completing missions and getting promotions and completing campaigns, this is the kind of flying I enjoy, I think, the most. If I'm being honest with myself. I like this a lot. All right, until then, this is Call Sign Scooter, and I am signing out. Till the next flight.